Hello, my respected friends. Thanks for supporting and love. Today we talk about very charming and powerful pennies. Listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is something that can change your life. A coin that you think is worthless can become your biggest treasure. And the moment you realize this, everything will feel different. You may have seen this coin before, sitting in your jar, sitting in your drawer, or maybe you found it in a bag of old coins. It's the 1940 Abraham Lincoln 1 cent. To most people, it's just a penny. But to the right person, it's a secret fortune. The year 1940 was not normal. The world was on fire, and America was preparing for a new era. Every coin that was minted carried a piece of history, and some of them carried a hidden mistake, an error that the mint did not mean to make. Now, listen, not every 1940 penny is valuable. But if your coin has a rare mistake, it can be worth millions. And I'm not saying this to trick you. I'm saying this because this is the truth that most people don't know. Imagine a man cleaning his old coins, and he sees the 1940 penny. He thinks it's worthless, and he almost throws it away. But something inside him tells him to look closer. He takes a closer look, and suddenly his hand starts shaking, because he sees it. A small error, a tiny doubling, a strange mark, something that looks like the coin was struck twice. That's when the real story begins. That's when the coin becomes alive. Collectors start searching for it, like hunters searching for gold. And once they find it, they don't let it go. And this is why the 1940 penny is so powerful. It has a hidden secret inside it. And if you are the one who finds that secret, you become the person everyone talks about. Now, let me tell you something about the coin itself. A normal 1940 Lincoln penny weighs 3.11 grams, and it is made of copper. It has the face of Abraham Lincoln on one side and wheat stalks on the other side. It looks simple, but its value can be far from simple. The rare versions of this coin are the ones that collectors want. Some have double dies, some have minting errors, and some have strange marks that make them unique. And when these coins appear in auctions, the price becomes insane. People don't just buy them. They fight for them. They raise their hands, and the room becomes quiet. And then the bidding starts. That's the moment when a normal penny becomes a life-changing treasure. And you could be the one who holds it. But here's the part where most people get confused. They think every old coin is rare. They think every 1940 penny is worth millions. And that is wrong. Only the rare errors are valuable. And only a few people ever find them. But if you have one of those rare errors, you can sell it on eBay, you can sell it on Facebook, or you can take it to a coin auction. And you will be shocked by the amount people are willing to pay. Because collectors don't just buy coins. They buy history. They buy rarity. They buy something that no one else has. And this is where the drama starts. Because you could be holding the coin that makes you rich, and you don't even know it. You could be sitting on a fortune, and you are treating it like a normal penny. So I'm telling you right now, if you have a 1940 penny, check it carefully. Look for any errors. Look for doubled letters, strange marks, or anything that looks unusual, because the smallest mistake can be the biggest treasure. Now imagine this. You take your coin to a collector. They examine it. They stare at it. And then they say the words that change everything. This is rare. Your heart starts beating faster. Your hands start shaking. Because you realize what you have. And then you sell it. You sell it to someone who wants it more than anything. And you receive a price that you never expected. A price that makes you feel like you won the lottery. That is the power of a rare coin. And that is the power of the 1940 Lincoln penny. So don't be confused. Don't ignore it. Don't throw it away. Because this coin has the power to change your life. If you have it, use it. If you have a rare error, you can become rich overnight. And if you don't believe me, just check your coin. Because the truth is simple. Some coins are just coins, But some coins are secrets. And the 1940 Lincoln penny might be one of those secrets. Coin number 2. The 1941 Abraham Lincoln Liberty 1 cent is not just a coin. It is a silent witness of history hiding in plain sight. When people see a brown penny, they think it's ordinary, forgettable, and worthless. But history loves to hide its biggest surprises inside the smallest objects. This coin was born during a tense time when the world was standing on the edge of World War II, and America was preparing for a future full of uncertainty. Every 1941 Lincoln cent carries that tension, that moment before everything changed. And collectors today don't just see copper. They see time frozen in metal. What makes this coin truly fascinating is not how common it looks, but how dangerous it is to underestimate it. Millions of these pennies were minted, yet only a tiny fraction survived in exceptional condition, untouched by circulation, human hands, or decades of damage. When a 1941 Lincoln cent appears perfectly struck, sharply detailed, and glowing with original surface life, it immediately separates itself from the rest. That separation is where value begins. And for collectors, value is everything. The real magic of the 1941 Lincoln cent begins when something feels slightly off. A letter too close, a detail stronger than usual, a surface that doesn't behave like an ordinary penny. These small mysteries are what make collectors' hearts race. Coins like this have appeared with unusual strikes, rare mint characteristics, or production quirks that were never meant to leave the mint. When such a coin is discovered, it stops being pocket change and starts becoming a headline. Many people don't realize that the Lincoln cent series is one of the most aggressively collected coin lines in American history. That means competition is intense. When collectors compete, prices don't walk, they run. A rare 1941 Lincoln cent in top-level preservation can climb to shocking levels because serious collectors are not buying metal. They are buying perfection, rarity, and bragging rights. The higher the demand, the higher the price climbs, sometimes faster than anyone expects. Stories exist of families holding old pennies for decades, never knowing they were sitting on something extraordinary. When such a coin finally enters a collector market and gets professionally examined, the transformation is dramatic. A simple copper cent suddenly receives authentication, grading, and recognition, and its identity changes forever. Once certified and confirmed, it can enter elite auctions where collectors from around the world compete fiercely, pushing prices into eye-opening territory. What gives the 1941 Lincoln cent its power is a combination of age, history, condition, and discovery. Unlike modern coins that are saved intentionally, this coin survived by chance. That randomness makes top-quality examples incredibly scarce today. Scarcity fuels desire, and desire fuels money. When the right buyer meets the right coin, logic disappears and passion takes over, and that is when prices can explode beyond expectations. This is why spending an old penny without looking closely can be a painful mistake. The smallest difference can mean the largest outcome. A coin that looks ordinary to one person can be life-changing to another who understands what they are seeing. The value is not in the copper itself, but in the story it tells, the condition preserved, and the rarity it achieved by surviving when most others failed. The idea of becoming rich overnight doesn't come from fantasy. It comes from moments when overlooked items finally reveal their true identity. While not every 1941 Lincoln cent holds extreme value, the few that do command attention at the highest level. Those coins don't announce themselves loudly. They wait patiently until the right eyes find them. That silence is what makes them powerful. Collectors respect the 1941 Lincoln cent because it represents a turning point in American history and in coinage survival. It stands as proof that fortune doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it whispers from a drawer, a box, or an old jar. That possibility alone is enough to keep people searching, checking, and hoping, because hope is the engine of every great discovery. So if you ever come across a 1941 Abraham Lincoln Liberty 1 cent, don't rush, don't dismiss it, and don't assume you already know its worth. Look closer, think deeper, and remember that history rewards those who pay attention. In the world of rare coins, one small cent can carry a future far bigger than anyone ever imagined. Coin number 3. The 1942 Abraham Lincoln Liberty 1 cent is not just a coin. It is a silent witness of history, born in one of the most intense years the United States ever faced. While the world was burning in World War II, America was changing its money, its metals, and its future. This single cent may look ordinary in your hand, but behind its small copper body is a story so powerful that collectors around the world stop breathing when they hear the year 1942. This is the kind of coin people ignore until it changes their life forever. In 1942, the U.S. Mint was under extreme pressure. Copper was needed for war weapons, ammunition, and military equipment. That year created confusion, rushed production, and human mistakes inside the mint facilities. And whenever a mint is rushed, history proves one thing clearly. Errors are born. Those errors are what transform a simple 1 cent coin into a treasure worth more than houses, cars, and sometimes entire businesses. This is why serious collectors call 1942 a dangerous year. Dangerous a mint, but golden for coin hunters. Now here's where the magic starts. Not every 1942 Lincoln cent is rare, but some are unbelievably special. Coins with unusual metal composition, strange weight, weak strikes, double details, or off-center designs were accidentally released into circulation. These coins were never meant to exist. That is exactly why today, decades later, collectors fight over them. Rarity is not created by age alone. It is created by mistakes that can never be repeated. Imagine holding a coin that passed through wartime America, touched thousands of hands, survived decades, and still carries a secret no one noticed. Some 1942 cents have characteristics so unique that experts consider them once-in-a-generation finds. When such a coin appears at a major auction, the room goes silent. Phones come out, and bids rise faster than most people can even imagine. This is where the stories of shocking prices are born. The value of a 1942 Lincoln cent depends heavily on condition, mint origin, and most importantly, errors or unusual traits. A heavily worn coin may be worth very little, but a sharply detailed coin with a rare mistake can jump from cents to thousands, and in extreme cases, into prices that change lives. This is not hype. This is how the collector market works. The smallest difference can create the biggest reward. Many people make a tragic mistake. They find an old coin and sell it quickly, thinking all pennies are the same. That is exactly how fortune slipped through fingers. A rare coin does not scream its value. It stays quiet, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. That's why experts always say, never rush, never clean, never spend an old coin until it's properly examined. Cleaning alone can destroy value instantly. What makes the 1942 Lincoln cent even more powerful is its emotional pull. Abraham Lincoln represents unity, strength, and survival. Coins bearing his image from wartime years hold deep symbolic meaning for collectors. They are not just buying metal. They are buying history's struggle and survival. Emotional value drives prices just as much as rarity, and 1942 is both. Stories exist of people discovering rare cents in old jars, inherited collections, or forgotten boxes. At first, they laughed. Later, they couldn't sleep, because once professionals examined the coin, everything changed. Authentication, grading, and rarity confirmation can turn a forgotten penny into a certified treasure. This process is slow, serious, and sometimes shocking, but that's how legends are made in the coin world. Let this be clear. Not every 1942 penny will make you rich overnight, but some absolutely can change your future. The danger is not in holding the coin. The danger is in ignorance. Knowledge is what separates a spender from a collector, and a collector from a winner. Every major coin story starts with someone who simply decided to look twice. So if you have a 1942 Abraham Lincoln Liberty 1 cent, don't laugh it off. Don't rush to sell. Don't trust random opinions. That tiny coin might be ordinary, or it might be a silent key to unimaginable value. History has already proven one thing. The biggest fortunes often come from the smallest places. Sometimes, all it takes is 1 cent to change everything.